Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is the second largest waterfall in the world, and is located in the North American continent, on the common border between New York City and the United States of America, and the city of Ontario in Canada. Niagara Falls is divided into three main waterfalls: Horseshoe Falls located between Goat Island and Table Rock, and Bridal Veil Falls, located between Goat Island and Luna Island, and the American Falls between Prospect and Luna Island. And it should be noted that the Niagara River from which the waterfalls flow is 12,000 years old, and it runs at a speed of up to 56.3 kilometers per hour, as the flow rate of its waterfalls is described. It is the highest in the world, because its waters flow from the top of the waterfall, which reaches a height of 50 meters. Niagara Falls consists of three sub-falls that differ in their characteristics, as follows. Horseshoe Falls, English, Horseshoe Falls, is the largest of the three waterfalls. Its width is about 792 meters, and its height is 48 meters. It is also the most powerful waterfall among all the waterfalls in the North American continent. In addition, the Horseshoe Waterfall has the largest share of the water coming from the Great Lakes that feed the waterfalls. It accounts for 90% of the total flowing water. 5. And the reason for the name of the waterfall is due to the curved shape of its top. American Falls, English, American Falls, reaches a height of 51 meters, and a width of about 323 meters. Bridal Veil Falls. This waterfall, also called Luna Falls, is located on the American side, and the waterfall, with a height of approximately 55 meters, is the smallest of the three Niagara Falls, and its name is derived from the shape of the water when it falls through it, as it resembles a bright scarf. The falls were first discovered by the Native Americans who inhabited the area, but they were not documented as an area with distinctive characteristics until they were seen by a Belgian priest named Father Louis Hennepin, which was later mentioned in his book A New Discovery, which inspired many people to discover the area. Then the waterfalls became a tourist destination since the early 19th century AD, after the development of the railway system in the 19th and 20th centuries AD, and researcher Bruce Treasure believes that the name Niagara is derived from the indigenous people of the area, who are called Niagarians. In English, the second assumption was made by George Stewart, who believes that Niagara is the name of a city known as Ongniara, English, Ongniara, which means a land area cut in two. About 170,000 cubic meters of water flows into Niagara Falls per minute per day, at a rate of up to 113,000 cubic meters. The Niagara River is the source of this water, in addition to the large lakes near the waterfalls such as Lake Erie and Lake Ontario, which was formed 18,000 years ago by the accumulation of water in the basins of the Great Lakes as a result of the melting of large amounts of ice located in the southern part of the city of Ontario, in addition to some topographical changes in the region. Niagara Falls was formed coinciding with the era of glacial immersion in Wisconsin. As the glaciers passed over the area, a hole was made in the rocks, and new terrain was formed, the most important of which is the Niagara River. Annually freezing and melting, which caused the slow erosion of the rocks of the riverbed, and consequently the rocks began to fall against the direction of the river, the problem of Niagara Falls. cm southward every year until the 50s of the 20th century, the edge of the falls was stabilized due to the control of the river's flow. Niagara Falls plays a large role in shaping the overall return of the economy, through several sources, represented by the following. Tourism. Niagara Falls represents a natural tourist place that attracts approximately 13 million visitors annually, so the region is provided with several tourist services that provide jobs for about 40,000 workers, in addition to supporting more than 1.8 million jobs in Canada. Among the most important sectors supported by the presence of Niagara Falls, Niagara Falls Airport, which provides jobs for more than 2,600 workers, and the presence of waterfalls is associated with several jobs available in the region, such as the role of tenants, contractor work, and dual service positions. The tourism sector in Niagara contributes more than 2% of Canada's GDP, and the government has developed a new federal strategy to support tourism in Niagara. which in turn will contribute to creating more jobs, in addition to increasing economic benefits. Energy generation and industry development. People are constantly searching for sources of energy generation. Since 1961, manufacturers and entrepreneurs have resorted to hydropower generated by Niagara Falls to operate water-powered mills and factories, as it was the largest hydroelectric power facility in the Western world at that time. Clean energy through two facilities, the Robert Moses Niagara Power Plant and Lewiston Pump Generating Station, where the falls contain 25 built-in turbines at a rate of 2,831,48801 liters of water per second, and state facilities, municipal and rural electricity offices, and large utilities are reported to benefit from this energy. The climate of the Niagara Falls region is described as mild in summer, and relatively cold in winter, and the summer season in the region lasts for approximately 3.5 months, from the end of May until mid-September, and the average temperature in summer is about 21 degrees Celsius, and the temperature may rise more than that. Usually, the 20th of July records the highest temperatures in the region, while in winter the weather is freezing, dry, and windy, and this weather continues for more than 3 months, from early December to mid-March, and the average winter temperatures are approximately 5 degrees Celsius, and temperatures may drop in winter, and January 29th is usually the lowest temperature in the region. Activities available. A visit to Niagara Falls is a special experience. It includes many beautiful landscapes, especially in the summer and spring, and the area enables the visitor to practice many activities, including the following: ride the Maid of the Mist, which sails visitors in the waters of the waterfalls. Participation in the Excursion Beyond the Falls program, which gives visitors the opportunity to hear the sounds of the enormous waterfalls. Watch the air shows over the sky of the falls, which are held by the Royal Canadian Air Force, and Niagara Falls Air Station. Visit the Niagara Falls Butterfly Garden to admire more than 2,000 colorful butterflies. Participate in the Ontario Festival of Lights Power Generation, which is held in the winter, and watch a series of wonderful fireworks at night. Visit Niagara Basin, Science Museum, Whirlpool State Park, Devil's Hole State Park, Reservoir State Park, Niagara Adventure Theater, and Hyde Park. General facts about Niagara Falls. The following shows some distinctive facts about Niagara Falls. The waterfalls are visited by large numbers of tourists during the summer, and in order to keep the view of the powerfully flowing water from the falls present for visitors, the hydroelectric power stations in the area convert less water during the summer. Niagara Falls is constantly eroding, so scientists assume that the waterfalls will disappear after 50,000 years, but the great diversion of the waters of the waterfalls to produce electrochemical energy has contributed significantly to reducing the rate of erosion. A dangerous activity is practiced over the waterfalls, which is walking on a tightrope. This activity began in 2012 by a person named Wallenda, after obtaining permission from the American and Canadian governments, and it should be noted that this experience caused some people to suffer injuries and death. In the falls area, there is the oldest park in the United States, the Niagara Falls State Park, which opened in 1885. The waters of the waterfalls are distinguished by their high clarity, due to the fact that they are free of sediments,